Hi, everybody. Elderly Brothers here, Chapter 18, Episode 18. It's May 27, 2025. I'm Ardy Friedberg, and that's my brother.
Larry Friedberg.
And your credentials are?
I'm 82.
And I'm 89. And what you're seeing on the screen is what it says it is. It's the elderly brothers in 1948 walking up a snowy hill with our sled in Kansas City, Missouri.
So, and that's going to be like our cover sheet, I guess, or whatever you call it on the podcast for a while. So now I'm going to stop sharing and we'll talk.
Wow, good. You're getting so techy.
Very adept techie.
Yeah. Well, and that picture illustrates what we want to talk about, at least to start with today, which is where we lived, where you guys lived when you were kids like that, walking up a hill or down a hill or sliding or doing whatever you're doing in your neighborhood. And I'm not sure how to get there. I put that address just in Google and it came up,
Google
but
Earth.
Google Earth does it too. But I just put it directly into Google search.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that address came up. So you can put your home address whatever it was then, if you remember it. And remarkably, we remembered ours, and you can see what your old home place looks like today.
And I was just figuring out. So this is 1948. I was 6 and you were 13.
Yeah,
And 1948 is 52 and 25 is 77
7.
years ago.
Ah! Oh, can't be.
As you said earlier, they had cameras then. I don't know who took this.
I
Must have
don't
been mom
either.
or dad.
I don't either. And there was no zoom lenses, so that's kind of a distant picture. But they must have, somebody snapped it. It was a great idea.
So yeah, so that and then that just stirs up a whole bunch of old memories that are kind of fun. So it would be interesting also, which we haven't done, is to try to find all the other places we've lived and pictures from those places when we lived there.
Well, I think we could do that if we remember the addresses. I don't remember some of them. Uh,
Yeah.
God, there was an address in Houston, two addresses in New York, two addresses in Houston, actually, and Omaha and uh, Colorado. Where the hell was that? Where do we live in Colorado? Colorado Springs.
It seems
And
like there's been a lot of bouncing around. I have um, Wichita, Kansas City, Houston, um, San Francisco, Honolulu, West Africa, New York, Atlanta. I think that's all.
oh,
Not sure.
wow.
Got to look them up.
I left out Cleveland and then three addresses in Florida. And I left out Wichita too, which was there. And I think that may be it. I mean, 11 or 12 places is all.
Yeah. So, in contrast, my brother in law, who lives here, he lives in Clintondale, which is adjacent to Highland, where I live, has lived within a mile of the same place his whole life.
Well, I think that is more usual than not. I mean, we were pretty peripatetic. Between us, probably 30 places in our lives to have lived. And
Yeah.
our folks only lived in two or three or four places, but that's pretty much too.
They kind of went back and forth, Kansas City, Wichita,
Yeah,
but
and then they lived in Omaha briefly. Did they live in Houston too with us?
no,
No?
never lived there. So let me ask you this. What does peripatetic mean?
That means bouncing around.
Yeah, there's been some of that.
Well, now I'm going to have to check it. I'm sure that's what it means. So, well, anyway, in exploring your history, uh, whoever's watching and whoever looks in, it might be fun. You might give it a try. Uh, I don't know that I'm going to go try and find all those addresses. I don't think that's worth it, but it's yeah, it's strange how much we have moved around, and I'm sure that Dorcas moved around a lot too, didn't she?
Yeah, probably not as much as we did, but then there's, people who've lived 30 places, and
Oh yeah.
that's formative too, whatever you've been exposed to.
Well, if you're in the military, a military kid
Yeah.
probably lived in places you can't even keep count of.
Yeah, I just thought of another one, Ithaca
Yeah.
in Norman, Oklahoma.
They keep adding up, right?
I think maybe you maybe got to make that list just out of curiosity.
The brownstone across the street from us in Brooklyn was owned by an Italian family. There were four generations in the building, four floors, four generations. The matriarch lived on the first floor, and she had undoubtedly lived in that building her whole life.
Which is a whole different deal.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's certainly okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Well, people live on farms that are ranches their whole lives too. I mean, it's not. I think it's not unusual to do that, but people who are live in big cities, especially young people, have probably lived in a lot of places.
I would think the younger generations probably moved. I know our family is just scattered all over the place. Um, my, I'm trying to think about other family members who, people just scattered. Like nobody that I can think of stayed in the same place other than my in-laws.
Well, there's both ends of the stick there. Uh, but it's interesting, guys. Take a look at it. And we'll get off of that. We could reminisce about that one street, that one hill. We could reminisce about that for like half an hour, but we're not going to bore you with that. Although it
We,
probably is extremely interesting.
we've probably already bored you, so
Probably
what the
so.
hell.
Probably so.
So do you have
Well,
another thing to talk about?
yeah, it's a kind of an unusual thing. My nephew Bob, who lives in California now, uh, and his wife were invited to a Iranian wedding. Uh, some colleague of his, I think, is either got married or his child got married or something. Anyway, uh, previously, he and I had both been to another nephew's Iranian wedding in Omaha, and I just think it's odd that one person has been to two Iranian weddings and is not Iranian.
It's probably unusual. Is there anything in particular that sets them off
Well,
from?
they're very elaborate. At least these were very elaborate with fancy, all kinds of fancy colored fabrics and stuff around, and massive tables of food, and singing. And I can't do the thing that they do, but there was a lot of that going on, and just really nice big parties. So huge crowds, large families involved.
I went to a Jewish Buddhist wedding in New York about 30 years ago.
That's an interesting mix.
I don't know if it took. I haven't had any contact with those people since then.
Well, probably shouldn't try.
My my first my first marriage was a Jewish um, Church of Christ mix,
Yeah.
whereas there was some conflict there in that my family wanted to party and dance and sing and drink and eat, and they don't do that.
As I remember, we did it though anyway.
Oh, we did it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
they were very resourceful. They found, I don't even know if it was a dry county or not, but whatever it was, they found whiskey and whatever they needed. They probably had a brass band brought in. I don't know.
Amarillo, Texas.
Yeah. Uh, they, uh, I don't know what to say about Amarillo. I've only been to that Amarillo for that one time. I don't see any reason to go back to Amarillo.
I don't get there a lot anymore.
Well, one thing it's totally off all of this stuff is I decided that I wanted some pencils the other day,
Hmm.
but I wanted dark ones, number ones, the darkest pencil you can get. And so, of course, I got on Amazon and they have them. And I ordered them, but I also had to order a pencil sharpener because you got to sharpen your pencils.
It's true.
And and so now I have them, and I got a dozen pencils. It's just two examples. They're very lovely pencils. They have erasers on them for you. You've never seen a pencil before. And
Do they are they softer than a number two?
yes, they are. That's why I got them. I wanted a softer pencil.
So I'm going to see if I can show you this. This is an I got this in architecture school. It's a
I see it. Yeah,
it's a drafting pencil.
drafting. Is that a wide point or?
No, it's like a regular.
Oh yeah.
It's a little fatter, and it's very soft. So you can use it to shade drawings and stuff, which I haven't done for 56 years.
I would like to have that pencil.
I'll give it to you. I could send you a box of them.
Oh, good. I just dropped my pencil. I hope the point, no, the point didn't break. It's okay.
Oh, it's good, but at least you could sharpen it anywhere.
Yeah, I can. The
Until
sharpener is one of those little twisty things.
so looking at this pencil reminded me of a story from architecture school. It's kind of scary but real.
Hold on.
One of my classmates, whose name I had 5 seconds ago, I
No,
can't think of it now.
I'm okay. I'm zooming right now.
He can't
Uh,
talk. He's
I
zooming.
can't. Yeah.
Shall I go ahead and tell my story while you're not listening?
Wednesday, June 4th at 10 o'clock. But we also have one
I think we may have to edit this
Tuesday,
out.
June 3rd
We
at
hardly
9.
ever edit
Well,
anything.
let's do keep the fourth.
The 4th.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. See, see you then. Bye.
So I definitely have to cut that chunk out.
Uh, I don't
Uh,
know. Maybe see how it looks. It's
Maybe
my
we'll leave it.
guess.
Who knows? So anyway, I had his name. I had it again. Now I lost it. But in any case, we had a project due. He was, I think he was the best drawer in the class. And he always sharpened his pencils on both ends. And so he was working for the deadline in the middle of the night, and he fell asleep while he was drawing and jabbed
No.
himself in the eye with his pencil.
Oh.
But he still completed his project and probably got an A.
Phew. That's a tough story.
It was, and he came in, he's like all bandaged up as I remember. I mean, he may not have been, but it wouldn't have.
Injured while studying, right?
While producing a project for his architecture class.
Well, I would sure like to have the one, at least one of those pencils, but if you're going to send one, send more than one.
Well, I have a few more. because I never use them anymore.
Well, I probably won't use them either, but I want them. It's like so many other things, you know.
Some,
Absolutely want it, don't need it at all.
something you think you need to have.
No, this is in a first world society, you know. And
So
if you don't,
anyway, we've sort of really gone on, and maybe that's enough for today.
I think it probably is, and we'll take a look at it and see if you need to cut that out.
Yeah, and so we'll do this with our sophisticated sign off. I love you, my brother.
I love you, my brother. See you Friday then. We'll do it again on Friday.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Bye.